Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's that time of year again. It is time for my top 10 figures of 2024. And again, like I did last year, and I think I'll probably do again because I just kind of like this format. Um, I have more than 10, and I am going to attempt to eliminate a bunch of these and get down to my final 10 and then sort of go through them to find the order of my top 10. Now, this format, I am 100% admitting that I basically stole from Dan Larson, but I stole it because I absolutely love the sort of the aspect where you're watching me struggle to pick my top 10. Maybe there's something wrong with me, but I enjoy that difficulty, that anxiety of like trying to figure out what your favorite figure of the year was. This is my short list, believe it or not. I went through sort of all my figures and pulled a bunch. There's stuff that could have been in here that wasn't. There's stuff that I bought this year that came out in a previous year that might be similar to something that's on the table, so I kind of left those out. These are all figures that I purchased in 2024. I think it's entirely possible that there's two or three of them that some people may have had in 2023, but I'm pretty confident that these are all 2024 figures. Moss Man might be 2023. Um, and I think maybe Wily Kit was 2023 as well. But anyway, the point being, if I got it in 2024, I considered it sort of eligible. But in cases where there was something that was 2023 and something that was 2024 from the same line that I was kind of having some difficulty deciding between, I erred on the side of the newer figure. A perfect example of that is going to be the Creative Beast Studio Beast of the Mesozoic Utah Raptor. Xenoceratops was also in the running, but Xenoceratops came out a while ago. I got it in 2024, but I had to pick just one. The Allosaurus is also very quickly becoming, a favorite figure of mine. The Deinonychus is becoming a favorite figure. The Smilodon is a pretty amazing figure. But really, I got into Creative Beast Studios for Cyberzoic. So expect that my 2025 list will probably include at least one of those. So I didn't want to have, top 10 Creative Beast Studio figures. I try to pick something from different lines. I don't want to have 10 of one line, because that's a bit weird. It's it's if I have top 10, it's all one line. I should probably just collect that line, I guess. But anyway, all of this just to sort of stall for time because I'm scanning the figures and trying to figure out which ones I can eliminate. Numbers wise, I'm looking at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. I thought I had it down to 20, but that doesn't appear to be the case. I've got, a bunch of different things, a bunch of different lines. There's some lines that I really just got into this year, really. So the Creative Beast Studio stuff is very late 2023, and then I bought a bunch of it in 2024. The Operation Monster Force was 2024. Jada Street Fighter was 2024. I guess Jada's food-themed characters was 2024. Glyos. My first Glyos figure ever was the Secret Galaxy. I think it's called the SG-1 limited release that they had. And I managed to pick one up at Joe Fest, actually. But I kind of bought it because it looked cool, but now I have a bunch more. I got the SGX figure. I got the and then I bought a few more Mighty Maniacs, and Glass is just really, really fun. So so he's in there. He's in the short list. I picked up a few more figures, from SH Figure Arts for lines that I hadn't carried before or collected before. Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece and Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. So there's a pretty good mix here, and I'm trying to sort of decide, do I need all of the SH figures? Do I need two Gokus, for example? And there's also, there's things where there's figures that a lot of people might not like. I've got Super 7 Ultimates, which for a lot of people, they kind of just, a lot of people write off Super 7 Ultimates because of the articulation or whatever. But I mean, they're such cool figures. They're super fun figures. I actually considered including Snarf in the long list. But ultimately, I did have a couple little issues with that figure that I quickly sort of remembered and eliminated him from the long list. But yeah. Okay, first things first. I think Wild Bill is here really to represent. He's like a proxy for the Dragonfly. The Dragonfly is amazing and a ton of fun. And this is a great figure. Don't get me wrong. Wild Bill is a great figure. Very, very well executed. But he really is a figure that goes with the Dragonfly. And so I think he's out. He is first out. Is Clutch the same? Is Clutch a proxy for the Vamp? I don't think so. I think I actually like Clutch enough to keep him in here for now, at least. The Hammond Collection, Giganotosaurus, I don't know how to pronounce dinosaur names. Phenomenal toy. The articulation is great. The sculpt is pretty decent. The paint is fantastic. The price point, I mean, these are fantastic. I love these Hammond Collection dinosaurs. And they complement the Creative Beast stuff very, very well, in my opinion, as somebody that's not buying them necessarily as scientifically accurate dinosaurs, but just cool dinosaur toys. What else have I got? I get Mythic Legions represented by Arachagor and Thrace. Both very, very good figures. Thrace is here for a couple of reasons. Fantastic figure, but also this is sort of the only action figure that my wife has ever cared about. And stole this figure from me. It basically lives in her office. I've got Trapjaw, the new Eternia Trapjaw from the Masterverse collection. Obviously, I'm going to have a couple AWOC figures. So I've got Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, Mongrel, which is the hyena, and Hawkin, which is the jaguar. I love both of those. Will both of them make the top 10? Probably. Cat type characters, Chester Cheetah. I think he's out just by sort of the weird criteria that it's not a collection, like it's a one-off piece. I still think I don't know. In an alternate universe, I think he could have been in the top 10. But I don't really play with him. I guess that's the thing, is that figure doesn't get played with. It doesn't come off the shelf that much. It's really just a collection piece rather than something that I play with. So I'm maybe that's how I got to look at some of these. Okay. I haven't done a very good job of eliminating anything yet. Okay, how am I gonna do this? Yeah. Jada Street Fighter. I'm gonna eliminate Fei Long. I think I really, really like all of the Street Fighter figures. These are probably my top 2 favorites. And Fei Long is a great action figure and a great representation of what Jada is doing with the line. But between the design of Dhalsim and the accessories and stuff that he comes with, he's definitely my favorite so far. Fei Long was my first, so I think there might be like a little bit of bias as a result of that. Like, it's a really great figure, don't get me wrong. Again, I'm eliminating figures from my top 10 long list, so these are clearly figures that I love. But I gotta love some of them more and some of them less. Um, okay, what else? What else can I eliminate before I start, pitting figures against each other? I think Monkey D. Luffy is out. Great figure, really, really fun. But he kind of loses out because I'm not a massive One Piece fan. I got into One Piece because of the live action series, and so on in some respects, or on some level, I think this is just because I love the live action One Piece so much, maybe more than because I love the animated series. It's a great figure again, but I gotta eliminate some things. Um, what's next? Still got 18. Man, oh man. Um, I think SG1 is out. I'm just not a big enough Glyos collector to really justify that one. Again, great figure. Glyos, super fun, but I don't know that he needs to be there. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Do I need two dinos? I don't know. I really like them both. For different reasons, but we'll get to that point. I think Wily Kit is out. Um, I think Mossman's out, to be perfectly honest. This guy's here because of the flocking. It's a super fun figure, and I love the flocking. But the origin stuff is, this isn't groundbreaking. There's nothing about this figure that screams top 10. It doesn't feel like it's necessary in my top 10, if that makes sense. Okay, now we're making a little bit of progress. I still got two GI Joes. Okay. Do I need two GI Joes? Do I need two of anything? Do I need any of these? I guess it's. Okay, where am I at here? I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15. Dang it! Oh. Um. Hmm. 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 I think. Hmm. What if I move them around a little bit? Will that help? Maybe. Okay, maybe I need to start thinking about like what my top figures are and sort of work backwards almost. Um, I think. Hmm. This is hard. This is this is hard. I feel like this might even be harder than it was last year. Would Clutch be in the top 10 if he didn't come with the vamp? I think so. Do I love this figure just because I love Clutch, or because this is a great figure? That is a tough question. But he's going to stay for a minute. He's going to stay for a minute. Do I need two dinosaurs? I think. It breaks my heart a little bit, but I think Thrace is out. Um, why? I don't know. It's just a feeling. Who else? Who else is out? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Oh, jeez. How is there still 14? Okay, Clutch is out because I'm thinking about it too hard, and if I'm thinking about it that hard, he can't be my favorite. I got 3 SH figure arts in here. Do I need 3? Maybe, maybe not. Oh. Okay, a little bit of self-sabotage there. I bumped my camera, and but now I'm back. Okay, but it didn't help. It didn't really save me because I still am no further along. I'm getting closer, but I'm not as close as I'd like to be. GT Goku is rad. I love him. And I love that he's so tiny. And I love how good the engineering is in this figure for being so small. Now, again, this is my top 10 of the year. This is by no means, a list of the top 10 best figures of the year. So, to that point, I think Tanjiro is out because, again, I'm kind of new-ish to Demon Slayer. And so he doesn't have the nostalgic pull that Goku does there. I got a lot of lines represented. I just realized that I've kind of I've eliminated a lot of stuff, but now I've still got 2 SH figure arts and 2 Animal Wars of the Kingdom, and everything else is on its own. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I still got to get rid of 2. So I think in fairness, if I get rid of one of the AWOC figures, and this may come as a surprise to some people, but I am going to get rid of the Mongrel. Great army builder and great figure. The articulated jaw is fantastic, but I love Hawken. So now we're down to still too many. Who's next? Do I eliminate an SH figure arts figure? Maybe I should. In fairness, I love this Ultra Instinct Goku. This is the exclusive Toyotaro version. But do I love him more? No, I think I'm going to stick with GT Kid Goku. Fantastic figure, but, No, I think, okay. No, he stays. I'm looking at somebody else and thinking that maybe they don't, they're sort of, how many do I have left? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Shoot. I still got 11. Okay, one more has to go, and then I can dial it down or dial it in and pick the 10. I'm struggling with the Masterverse Trapjaw is what I'm looking at and wondering if he is truly top 10 material. And I think he's out. I think he's the last. you know, so he gets sort of an honorable mention. Fantastic figure, tons of fun. The accessories are great. The paint is somewhat lacking, and I think that's where he kind of loses out, is that um you know, there's a few things that I just thought that they could have done a little bit different, a little bit better. Very, very cool figure though, and a really cool version of Trapjaw. Um, but yeah, he's up. Which brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have 10. I have 2 dinos still. Unbelievable, but true. So now we've got 10, and let me see if I can get them sort of set up in a way that allows me to sort of work through the 10. I'm gonna have a hard time moving him. He's huge. So, what I'm actually gonna do is rearrange everything, and then if I need to, I'm gonna adjust the camera angle, and then I will put them in order. Okay, so here are the 10. Now let's begin getting them in order. I think number 10 is Wily Cat or Wily Kit. I can't remember. And that's why he's in number 10. Because that's you know, I love the Thundercats, but at the end of the day, you know, it probably is worthy of a top 10 space, but I think you know, 10 is probably where he belongs. 10 is probably where he belongs. Now, who is number 9? Who is number 9? Somebody has to be number 9. Somebody has to be number 8. Yeah. I think Doc is number 8. Doc is 8. Arachagore is going to be pretty high up, I think. So let's... let's put Arachagore over here. Hawkkin is going to be pretty high. But yeah, 10, 9. His little surfboard is another reason that he's in 10th. It does not stay put. Okay, 10, 9. Ultra Instinct 8. Dhalsim 7. I think Delta Red 6. Goku 5. The Aquila Bader 4. How do I get these guys to fit in here and play nice? Let me shuffle this a little bit. Oop. Okay, where was I? Okay, so 10 is going to be Wily Kit. 9 is going to be Doc. 8 is going to be Ultra Instinct Goku. 7 is going to be Dhalsim. 6 is going to be the Delta Red. 5 is going to be the... Five is going to be GT Goku. 4 is going to be Aquilabator. 3 is going to be Giganotosaurus. 2 is going to be Hawken, believe it or not. Not number 1 for Animal Wars of the Kingdom. But 2 is not bad. Arakagor, I think, is my top figure of the year. I absolutely love this figure. You know, the blue dragon with the sort of patinaed armor, the shimmer in the paint, just the articulated jaw that he's got, the big flaming sword, the soft goods with the fur. Everything about it is phenomenal, and everything about it is sort of everything that I love about Mythic Legions. So Rakagor is my number 1. Now, I know you probably thought a Hawkin would be number 1, but Arakagor is just that good. Arakagor is just that good of a figure that Hawkin and Animal Wars of the Kingdom have to take a slight backseat. Now, they're all good, and this is the struggle, because I like all of these figures for different reasons, and I like all of these properties, you know, to sort of different extents and for different reasons. Um, you know, GT Goku is you know, it's not an incredibly executed figure. It's just I really, really love Dragon Ball GT, and to sort of get this figure, I was very, very excited about, very happy about. So, you know, love that. Dhalsim, again, he could have gone higher, he could have gone lower, but I'm really loving the Street Fighter line, and he's kind of getting a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. If we had gotten some of the other characters this year, he might not have even made the list. I'm looking at you, Blanca and Guile. I'm just really excited about those characters. So yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm happy with this. I think I'm committed to this. So again, from 10 to 1, I've got Wily Kit, I've got Doc, I've got Ultra Instinct Goku, I've got Dhalsim, Delta Red, GT Goku, Aquilabator, Giganotosaurus, Hawkin, and at number 1, Arakagor. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if you don't want to miss future videos, hit the bell icon to get notifications. Until next time, Happy New Year!